Hi there, Robin here from Expert Island, and in today's video we are talking about in-ear monitors, wireless in-ear monitors to be exact, and the features and benefits that come along with buying a pair of those. There are a lot of benefits to it, especially when you're comparing it to a regular stage monitor. So in this video we're going to talk about the KIMAFUN, which is what we have here today with us. We're going to be using that as a point of reference, and we're also going to talk a bit about this particular model here. All that in this video. So here we are. This is the KMG 153 from KIMAFUN. Now the advantages of actually having a wireless system, before we get into all the details, is straight up how close and how far away you can get from any particular person on stage, being either somebody in the audience or being, let's say, the drummer. Your sound is going to stay the same. That's one of the main features. So let's talk about how that all happens with what we've got in front of us. You're going to have a transmitter and you're going to have a receiver. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. None of this would work if we didn't have that combination. And in this case here, we've got the ability to have either more receivers or more transmitters just simply by buying them separately, because on their actual site on Amazon, you can do that. So an added advantage of having a KIMAFUN system is actually the fact that it's all color-coded. So instead of relying on just numbers or a little picture of a battery with a battery indicator that you really have to stare at and say, oh, what's my battery life? No, you won't have to do that with their unit. It's all color-coded. So, if you're looking at battery power, red is bad, blue is good, green is full charge. Same thing applies to the multi-channel system. Now it has 6 channels on it, so I can broadcast on 6 different frequencies simply by pressing the channel button. And when we do that, we'll note that all the different channels have a color to them. So if I go to channel 4, in this case, that's green. All I need to do is match up that color on my receiver, and now I'm listening to that one. There you go. They're both set up. Nice part is I can do this from a distance. That's the whole idea of having colors. I can stand at a distance and I can easily see an LED light and know what color it is. So if I needed at any point in time to change from one person's monitor to somebody else's monitor's channel, I can just simply look at their color, choose that color. Now I'm listening to them as well. That's a really good advantage. Now another big convenience of having something like this versus a whole stage monitor is, a whole stage monitor, well, you've got to take it with you, bring it around, it weighs 30, 40, 50 pounds. This is it. Once it all gets packed away, it goes into this neat little package with a handle on it, and you've done your job. So a wireless monitoring system, as this particular one being an in-ear, comes with the actual in-ear monitors. That's very important because not all of them include. So talking about them a little bit is a big deal. They are proper in-ear monitors. They're not earbuds. They're not just regular little set of headphones. They are proper sound chambered in-ear monitors. So they are going to reproduce sound properly and constant with what's coming in as a signal. They do have the little wraparound ear hooks to them. They do come with 3 different size tips for the ears. You can bypass the entire system and go straight into anything you want because it uses a standard 3.5 connection. More important to me is the fact that it has an actual clip, so when you actually place these in your ears and you drape this behind your back, you'll be able to clip it to your t-shirt or your shirt or whatever you're wearing, so this way the whole thing doesn't get yanked in case you drop it or something like that. That being said, it does come with a clip and this whole package is removable. Those are all good things, and that's really what we're talking about when we're talking about wireless, is the ability to have ease of use, something that gets you, like in this case, 60 feet away from the mixing board that you've installed to, and the ability to hear your music the same no matter where you are. Now, in the actual G153, comes as a kit, of course, that's what we've been talking about. You get a couple of things. So, of course, you get the transmitter and the receiver. You do get the in-ear monitors that we talked about. You also get a charging cable, which, by the way, now is all USB-C, which is really great because that means it works with everything else you have new in the house. So here's a very important part, are the accessories. It comes with 3 different style of actual connections for the transmitter. So this be your mixing board or controller. I can use it as is, which is a 3.5 connection. I can slip on a 1/4-inch headphone jack on top of that, so now it fits into any standard headphone output. I can also connect, which is incredibly important, an unbalanced tip to it. So now what does this do? This allows me to put it into the aux output, the monitor output, the control room out. This allows me to put it in so many different places so I can pick up off the mixing board. If you want to, you can even use it on the sub-out channels depending on what type mixing board you use. That's a lot of advantages in having that connection. Now let's say you have a mixing board that doesn't give you a lot of room, so you can't accommodate this size-wise on your board. Well, you have an option there. You can use the extension cable and make all those problems go away. Now the extension cable is also very good if you're just going to be planning on using it off of your computer and you have a limited amount of space for a headphone jack or maybe your phone, depending on how you plan on using it. And again, because they're in-ear monitors, you might just be using them for practice. And you want to be able to accommodate all the stuff you have. So now with this cable, this is an amazing, I love this cable. This cable goes standard 3.5 right into here. And at the other end, I now have a 1/4 inch output. This means I can plug this into the back of any of my powered speakers, plug this into one of the main channel outs on my mixing board or controller, and now I have a wireless system. And if I want to do 2 speakers, I can just buy another one of these guys. Do the same thing, and that speaker is going to be wireless as well. So again, 1 transmitter, 2 receivers set to the same channel. My speakers are now wireless. Now let's say you just want to plug this into a portable speaker, a small speaker, a party speaker, something that has a 3.5 auxiliary jack input. Well, guess what? You can do that too. Simply take the adapter off, plug that in, and you're all set. If you need wireless lavalier systems or wireless headsets or handheld microphones, if you're looking for what we're talking about today, the actual in-ear monitor system, you're going to find all of that at KIMAFUN. They have quite a variety of products and they're all rated at good or better. So that's a big plus for the actual brand. I have to say I do like reasonably priced products that work really well. So remember, I don't talk about a product unless I first like the product. If I don't like the product, I tend not to talk about it at all, and I tend not to review the products or feature them in any of my videos. So that's very important. So again, I'd like to say thank you very much for KIMAFUN for making this product available to us. I think a lot of people out there who are carting around monitors or no monitors at all, I mean they're not even using a monitor, are going to love having a set of in-ear monitors. It takes a little bit of getting used to. It's nice to have a mixing board that has options like the aux out or monitor out, that sort of thing, so you can take advantage of it. It is nice if everybody eventually gets into it and has it as well. This really cleans up a stage, gives you a lot more freedom, especially if you're playing in small gigs. That's really a big advantage. Or if you're just doing small one-person jobs, it's easier to set that up than, have your main speaker, then cart in a monitor or something like that for yourself. It also gives you freedoms that you normally won't have with a fixed stage monitor. One, you can stand next to anybody and it won't change what you hear in your ears. What you've got in your ears has been balanced on the mixer. You've made those choices. Doesn't matter where you are or who you're standing next to, be it somebody in the audience because you came off the stage or being next to the actual drummer. I mean, that's the advantage of having an in-ear monitor system. Remember, distance is always good. You get some freedom, you move around, but you always get to hear your voice through there or all the instruments the way you want to hear them through those in-ear monitors. So those are all big pluses. And don't get me wrong, some people do like having stage monitors, and stage monitors have been around forever, and that's where it all starts. But if you're on your own and you're working it and you're going, well, how do I stay cost effective and how do I get good quality response out of what I put my money into? In-ear monitors are really good for that. And remember, we've been focusing on live singers, but this also applies to DJs. If you're a wedding DJ, I mean, you don't want to wear the big headphones. I mean, they're nice for show, don't get me wrong. I like a good set of headphones. I have a pair right here from Newmark. But maybe you want to have that pair. You don't want to have to constantly unplug it all the time. You can plug it into this system. Use this. Give yourself some freedom. So this way, when you step away, as you step closer, it automatically engages. You get within 60 feet of the controller, you're back in. So, I mean, you can go anywhere in a hall. I mean, 60 feet is going to get you some pretty good distance. I mean, that's a pretty good plus. Also, you have the freedom of using any set of in-ear monitors or headphones you want. So that's always a big plus as well. So here we are. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked the video. I'd really appreciate that. And for some particular reason, so does YouTube. If you've subscribed, thank you very much. If you haven't, now's always a good time. It's down there. You can hit that button. There's a picture up here now. There's another video ready to go. That video is probably related to this video because that's how YouTube works. And I'd like to say thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.